XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, in my previous video, we had the update that I mentioned we are looking for buy. And also I mentioned that any buy should be short-term buy. Where exactly was here, I give update, was exactly here. I mentioned any buy, we could take it. I don't know whether the traders, they could take this. And I mentioned any trade we get, we consider as short-term buy. As long as we get into the profit, we start to manage it. Okay, the only way we could trade for this was here based on 15-minute chart, but rather than that, there was no any trade. And I mentioned we need to get the correction before we look for buy, and this is what we're looking for. Okay, now what I want to say is that, as I mentioned in my last video based on 1 hour chart, if we get any buy setup, we can take it, and buy will be short term, because as we explained since last a few days, we can expect the price will be within this range before we get the down move. And even we explain the price can come to this level when the price was somewhere around here. And even now I say, even the possibility the price come to this level and break, also we have, that means we are going to be within this range. How long, we are not sure, but any buy within this range, we get it, we take it. And we consider it as a short-term buy as long as we get it. It depends whether we trade 1 hour or 15 minutes. For sure, if 15 minutes, as long as we get into the profit, we start to manage. But we see how it's moving first of all, and the second, based on 1 hour chart, also same. We need to have the money. I mean, because any trade can be a short-term trade, because we expecting after we get this correction finish, the price can drop. Okay, later I will talk about this. Now the only thing is, no, we want to see whether we can get the buy setup from this or not. Can we consider this one as a sharp move with this correction, because we had the opportunity here, or the short-term buy? Okay, now the thing is, any buy from here, if we get, we can trade it, whether having entry above this or based on lower time frame, if we get any trade set up within this range. Okay, but any trade by having entry above this, because now the gap is almost quite, I mean, this gap is quite a lot. Okay, unless the price when it's moving start to move really sharp. Okay, anyone wants to have entry above this, they should know that the possibility the price come and tag and reverse is there. Doesn't mean that you tag and she's not moving, you take it the trade, because by having entry, what we want the price break and continue. Okay, now the thing says, I will say, as long as the price is 44 almost, as long as the price is above 40 cent or 41 cent, we can look for buy. May I put my line here? I mean, we can look for buy as long as the price is almost around this range here. We can look for buy, all right? But if the price come and take this low, then buying within this one is not really good idea, okay? And we hope from here we can get the buy. Any buy, we take it, but we consider as a short-term trade, as I explained. Okay, may I move this, remove this, and this. Okay, now we don't have, I mean, we don't have any trade setup. The only way we can have entry above this, but again, is really risky. Okay, why we want to get this trade? In case the price starts from here, because sometimes the price can also sharply move, give a correction, then from there continue. Okay, that's why within this range, any trade we see for buy, we take it and consider as a short-term trade. And if this move really fast, then good for us. As I explained right now, the possibility the price within this range, whether here and I mean after this correction, or even the price move a bit higher, maybe we get the really sharp, then we get the correction, confirm the continuation of the up move without getting this down move. Okay, but based on what we have right now, still we can expect the price can give us one move down based on the chart. And even if we move to 4 hour chart, we can see. But the only thing is right now we want to get this. And if just I give a brief about my over analysis, I mentioned since like last a few days in my previous video, I mentioned that any buy within this range we are more interested. Still we expecting the price can drop. How deep it can go, we are not sure, but the price within this range we are really interested to buy. But we need to know that also there is a possibility there is a correction for the another up move. So that's why we say we can be within this range for quite a long time. And also we need to know that whether from here or higher, the price also can drop. It depends how high this one can go. and test this low, then reverse, even without coming to this range. That's why when we mentioning we are more interested in to buy in this range, it doesn't mean the price will, or I mean, have to drop here. It's like it have to drop before we can reverse. We say when the price come here, if we get any buy, we are really interested. Okay, right now with the only things is we need to look for this, how high this one can go. Any buy within this range we consider as a short-term trade. And the reason I mentioned that, in case this is the where the price is going to continue and come to this high. Okay, anyway, we just look for this. We see any trade, we can take it or not. And again, anyone is trading, they should know any trade from here we consider as a short term. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup or any changes, then I will share on YouTube. Thanks.